Hey guys here. Hey guys. Luniverse here. I said hey guys here. Anyway. Hey guys, Luniverse here. I haven't recorded in a week or so. I was focusing on the Anchor app. It's the audio podcast. I was having a really good time with it. And the past couple days I haven't recorded there either. I kind of been in this I'm okay. I'm fine. I haven't had like any panic attacks or anything like that lately, but I've been noticing like, just I'm trying to obviously be healthy. I'm been a week straight, no cigarettes, pretty much. So I'm trying to turn a week into a month and a month into a year and just be the longest I've ever gone without cigarettes in the past over a decade is probably like 3 months. So, 3 or 4 months. So if I can beat that, I think I'll be gone, rid of them forever. This thing is great. I mean, I'm going back and forth. The stuff I'm using now has a little bit of nicotine. The other stuff I was just puffing on before I turned the camera on, it was zero nicotine, and I could, I'm fine. Uh, Earlier this week I had a sleep apnea study, and it's gonna fog up in here. So just you start thinking like you can't really. It's looking funny. It's not you. I am like clam baking my car out with not with a non cannabis product. Um, Monday night, the guy came and dropped it off. It's like a thing I had to wear on my nose, or on my chest, on my finger, and go to sleep and get a reading to see if I have sleep apnea. And he told me everyone has sleep apnea to a degree, but I'm sure I have it a little bit more than the average person, maybe. I don't know. I feel good. I mean, I've been sleeping a little more elevated, which is not great for my back. So I'm trying to find a happy medium. And I've noticed that, I get like pains in my legs, and obviously the circulation thing. It's all just trying to get healthier. I mean, eating more vegetables. I mean, I haven't eaten meat since the summer. That's going strong since July. So it's August, September, October, November, December. In the middle of this month, which is right about now, it's been about 6 months no meat. So that's good. But not eating meat wasn't healthy enough. I mean, I tried to go vegan about a month ago, and that's tough. Cheese, just like today I had eggs with my bagel and butter on my bagels. I know it's butter, it's dairy products, eggs, cheese, but you really want no animal products. But for me, I guess it's just eggs and milk. Milk makes all the cheese, and eggs is in everything else. But vegan's not in the stars just yet. It's tough. It's too tough. I mean, I bought, you know, vegan butter, vegan cream cheese, vegan cheese, the Daisen, whatever that stuff's called, Daisy, I don't know the brand. My vegans out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. And it's pretty good, melted, it's fine, on bread for pizza, as a pizza substitute, it's fine. I like it. I go out to places, I'll get vegan pizza, I'll get vegan, I'm going to go out today for dinner, I might get a vegan dish. I like it. I just also am still eating, the other stuff. Yeah, it's been a weird week. I haven't been working the morning schedule all week, but I worked it yesterday. So I worked like a 10, 11-hour day yesterday. I was supposed to go out to a friend's birthday party last night. I was looking forward to doing it, and I got home like a little after 5. I ate, and then I went to take a nap. So I laid down for a nap around 7:30, figuring I'll get up at like 9, and then get dressed, take a shower, and meet them at like 10 o'clock, 10:30 at some bar. I woke up at like 1 in the morning, so I missed it completely. Texted him earlier, told him I apologize. He gave me the "I'm not mad, I'm disappointed" thing, which made me feel worse. But it wasn't like I just was watching Netflix and didn't want to go. I fell asleep and I just passed. I went out. I set my alarm for 9 o'clock, but it didn't do anything. Next thing I remember was 1:15, and I realized that well, it's over. I'm not going out now, so I just went back to sleep, and then I woke up again at 3, and then I woke up again at like 7 o'clock this morning. Yeah, so health anxiety, that's something I've been talking about. I'm just babbling here. I haven't recorded in, like I said, like over a week, so I'm just babbling. I hope you guys are staying with me and not Xing this video out at this point. Should I even post this thing? I mean, I don't know. You'll find out. If you're watching it, obviously I did. The health anxiety for me now, it's like it's shifted more. It's how do I describe it? Like, I know I still have anxiety. I know I get anxious about things, and I know how it affects I can feel the tingles, and I get the adrenaline rush, and all those things that go along with anxiety. But the health anxiety has shifted. It's shifted kind of away from the anxiety and more towards the actual physical stuff. Like, I get pains in my legs, and I have like minor varicose veins on my thighs, and I know I have circulation issues, and I know it's related to either my blood pressure, which I've never tested high blood pressure. They want to do a 24-hour test on me, hook me up to a monitor and let it read me all day. I'm all for it, Maybe at certain parts of the day my blood pressure spikes. I have no idea. The sleep apnea test, it went to my doctor. I'm assuming they're going to call me with my results, or I have to go meet them again. We'll see. That shaking, vibrating thing that happened to me around Thanksgiving, which was, at this point almost 2 months ago, hasn't happened since. But there are some times when I get in bed, especially when I'm very tired. If I let myself stay up too late, like I just started talking to a new girl, which actually that's where I'm going out to dinner tonight. I'm taking her out on a date, which is a good thing, right? Meeting a new person, dating again. I haven't dated since the middle or end of the summer. Yeah, end of August maybe beginning of September. I can't remember. So it's been months. Talked on the phone a couple times. She seems pretty cool, and she's pretty. We'll meet in person, and that's the determining factor for that. Pictures can be whatever, but I think she's gonna. She sounds really nice and cool and smart and funny, but who knows whatever the universe wants to throw at me, I'm willing to take. With the health anxiety, like I said, so this is one of those things. Like, I meet someone new. My job isn't terrible. I applied to some other place. Haven't heard back. It's only been like maybe a week, so who knows if I will hear back from them. It's my second time applying, so it's the second time in like a year they're looking for someone else. And I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much money. Maybe I have no idea. But I'm trying to stay positive and make little goals for myself, other than just like being optimistic and being calm, which are my everyday goals. Being funny, being happy, just allowing myself to be in the moment. I'm trying to better my financial within reason. I'm lazy, That's really patience. I have very little, especially for doing something new, trying a new thing. It's something I'm working on, in my middle 30s, 34. I'll be 35 this year, so it's a middle 30. And sometimes it doesn't really faze me. I just, whatever, it's just a number, But this year I felt, I felt my 2017. I was really kind of feeling my age with all this health anxiety and like the aches and pains in my body. Is that just health anxiety, or is that just, finally 20 years of not exercising regularly, not eating very well, stress? Is it all just sort of like kind of has it piled up and caught up to me? I have no idea. Some people say yes, some people say I'm fine, some doctors say I'm fine. My cardiologist thinks like, it's minor, but like I don't know, I have a palpitation, and I don't know. The more I go to the doctors to get answers, the more I get questions, and which I'm at a crossroads now where sometimes instead of me thinking like, oh, I should just get this checked out, I'm thinking, it's probably just my health anxiety. It's probably just me, I stare at my tongue long enough, I will convince myself I have tongue cancer because I have bumps in the back of my tongue, and it could be from anything, from smoking. I smoked for a long time. Could be from whatever. That's the thing. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not going to start rattling off all the things that are bugging me. We'll be here all day. I'm just saying how I know how if I can convince myself of anything. And the health anxiety has kind of shifted away from the anxiety, where it's not so much that I'm anxious and I'm noticing things. I mean, things that are actual real, like physical things, pains and aches, and, my feet tingle and cramp up. And, what I do is, how I get reassurance now, I do it very sneaky now. I won't ask people, like, is this normal? Or should this be happening? Because I feel like if you do it like that, and they're your friends or your family, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, or they're going to just go, I don't know, and scare you, which would scare you. So you're not going to get the reassurance. So what I'll do is I go, oh man, doesn't it suck when like you're driving and your foot cramps up and it feels like someone's squeezing your foot, and like you're not, and someone in the room will go like, yeah, I get that all the time. It's like, all right, well, I guess that's normal. And, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy, right? It's very manipulative. I don't like doing it like that. I feel like shitty when I do that. Try to like sneak the reassurance out of somebody. So there's still that aspect, there's still that part of me that's like that. And I'm trying to just allow what is happening to happen. I hear some people who help with health anxiety, the anxiety guy, who you can find on YouTube, will say things like, you have to just like reevaluate and change death in your head. Because I think that's where it all comes down to. Like, we're afraid of dying, we're afraid of getting really sick and dying, or something that's going to, equate or lead directly to death. And I think that's totally true. For me, it is. I mean, deep down, like, all my feelings that I think I'm scared of are just me going like, oh, this is going to lead to death. Like a pain I get in my thigh, or are these varicose veins, or is it blood clots? Are they blood clots? Is it deep vein thrombosis? Is it going to give me a pulmonary embolism? Like, you just go straight to like the, worst thing. And it's not that it can't happen. And that's where you go around that circle where, yeah, maybe it's ridiculous to think it's happening. Probably it's not happening. Most likely it's not happening, but it could. That it could happen is like that little ember that's always there that can sometimes, stay an ember and smolder. But then some days it just starts a forest fire inside of me, and it just like spirals me out of control just because there's a possibility. I can't get over the idea sometimes that it's a possibility. I can't reconcile that, So I'm constantly going back and forth between like just being okay, if this is what's going to kill me, it's going to kill me, to, everything's going to kill me and it's freaking me out and I can't function. Yet I still go to work every day. Yet I'm interacting with my family. I don't, cut myself off. I'm sitting in my car now in my driveway because I was cleaning it out, and I figured I might as well record a video. But, I usually don't, hide. I mean, I might, for a couple hours, like just stay by myself and, stare at Netflix on my phone or YouTube or whatever. It's okay to have some alone time and recharge your batteries. And, I know that. I don't feel bad about what I'm doing, but it's like sometimes I think to myself, should I have just stopped working for a couple months? Should I have stopped, seeing people? Walked away from my friends for a little bit in the poetry community, and who knows, right? It's too late to go back, or not too late. You can't go back. And whatever happened. Then I'm now here. I am. It's a new day. It's January, whatever today is, 21st. And it's 2018. The whole first month of 2018 is almost gone. My resolution this year was very simple. I didn't even have a resolution. This past week, I went to a mic, and it's a storytelling mic, and there's a girl who comes to the mic. I think she's a really great storyteller. I like listening to what she says to say. And she was talking about her resolution and how she's going to stop Googling herself and how she's going to stop seeking advice and medical advice, relationship advice, period, on forums and Google. I'm like, oh yeah, immediately as soon as I heard that, of course, I was like, yeah, I do that every few weeks. I stop Googling myself, and then I go crazy and just do it for like 4 days straight because I felt a thing, and I'm worried about my circulation. I mean, like I said, that little ember can stay an ember for weeks, even months. And then one little thing happens and just it fuels it, and then that's it. It just burns out of control, and it has to burn itself out. That's the only way I can put it. That's the best way I can put it. It has to burn itself out. I really do believe that I have control over that, and I can fight that fire. I can, breathe and keep myself calm and get myself out of it. But it's and sometimes it's easy to do that. I mean, it takes a lot, but it can be done. And then sometimes it can't be done, or I can't do it, or I won't, or whatever. Splitting atoms at this point, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it just can kind of spiral out of control, and burn me, and then I'm in panic. I'm in straight, horrible panic. And I remember when I got my brain scan, I got the MRI. The ear, nose, and throat guy said, everything's fine, but you look like you're prone to headaches. I remember him saying that to me. And I am getting headaches. Now, the way my brain works with health anxiety, and maybe you can relate to this, I just might be prone to headaches. But when I went to the cardiologist, and she was saying how she thinks I might have high blood pressure, or like my blood pressure might spike when I'm sleeping because of the sleep, now I'm thinking, like, is the headache from, when I'm sleeping, I'm having high blood pressure. My heart's pounding, or so I'm not breathing enough, and it's causing my heart to beat faster for more oxygen, or something's happening, That's not good. So I'm trying to lose weight, I mean, obviously I still eating everything I want, but in moderation. I'm trying to eat less, junk food, cookies and things like that. I don't eat fast food, but, less cookies, less cake, less chocolate. Limit my bread as much as I can. Eat more, during the day and stuff like that, especially, celery and hummus instead of like something else, instead of just a carb. A good, better protein, better, more beans, instead of, I don't know. I'm just trying to make better decisions. They seem better to me. I feel, I don't feel bad necessarily. I just don't feel great. And, it's hard for me to determine what's what. Like, my right eye will get tired. It's almost feel like I have to squint, but just in one eye. And I'm like, is that from just staring at my phone? A lot of the day I'm just staring at this fucking phone. Am I getting those computer eyes I'm hearing about, or is it like a stroke in there? Like, I have tension in my right side of my head, and my eye, and just the cardiovascular thing, and just that's how it spirals. You make all these connections, and then before you know it, you've had high blood pressure. You didn't know about it. So when the doctor saw that you were prone to headaches, what he really saw was that you were, have high blood pressure, but he's not looking for that. So then that means you actually might have a stroke, and you're prone to it, and you're gonna probably have one. And that's why your eyes, like I look at my eye all the time, and I got like, it looks like, I see that line. I'm like, is that just from it being dry, from it being open, or is that like a cardiovascular thing? And you know what I mean? Like, I just drive myself fucking crazy. So that's where I'm at. That's my update. Like I said, the last 2 times, I want to record more. It's just I'm finding that when I'm out of work, I come home and I don't know. I tried doing the Wim Hof breathing exercise. I did it for 2 days, 3 days. I can do it anytime. You just lay in bed right now and just do it. You do the 20, 30 deep breaths, and then you push it all out and hold, and breathe in and hold, and you do it 2 or 3 more times. My goal is to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, do that, then do some yoga. And that's all I would have to do to really like get my breathing, get my oxygen levels up. I guess. Yoga would be a great way to start my exercise routine. If I can do yoga for a month straight, or even 10 days straight, I think my energy levels will increase. I think I'll feel, sore at first, but like I'll get my blood flowing to the muscles that I haven't been, I work every day, but I guess I drive half the day, and it's a sedentary, like, my leg, I get numbness in my thigh from, sitting in certain positions, and my feet tingle. I have all these like weird, I don't know if they're they're nerve things or it's circulation things. If it's neurological, if it's cardiovascular. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. And that's where my head goes. I just, like back and forth and what is going on. And yeah, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be healthy, but it's not overnight. And patience is the biggest, it's at the center of all this. I'm not patient at all. I'm better than I was. This is better than I used to be, which, as you can see, I had none. I had less than none. I had negative patience. I was preemptively worrying about shit. I was, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. And this is helping, like I said, this has some nicotine in it, but I'll go back and forth between nicotine and no nicotine. Anything's better than cigarettes. I'll say that right now. I miss cigarettes. I mean, I guess subconsciously, maybe when I went to sleep last night, I thought, I'll just go to bed. Because there was this fear in the back of my brain, like if I go out, I wanted to drive. So I knew I wouldn't drink a lot. I'd have 2 or 3 beers, maybe 4. I wouldn't get drunk. But I'm at a bar, there's booze, there's cigarettes. After a couple drinks, would I just get fucking and have a cigarette? I might. And that's a fear, I can't tell people that, though. They don't want to hear that. That's like a bullshit excuse to them, but it's like, I really don't want to smoke. When I have cigarettes, yes, they quell the instant, anxiety and craving for a cigarette, but they really make my anxiety worse in the long run, because then I'm worried about, like, my lungs and my heart and my circulation and all the things that the cigarettes affect, and how long I've smoked them, and the damage that's already done, and can it be undone? Can I get healthy? Will I live to be old? Just a cigarette will lead me down that path to just like, will I live past 40? And that's where that's the stress level. Even on a day when I'm not that stressed out, like that's where I'm at. That's the stress level. That's the norm. So I have to say, like, maybe subconsciously that's what happened, because I was on my mind. I'm not gonna lie, it was on my mind. I'm still all in to go. I wanted to sleep for an hour and a half. That's all I wanted, was to get just a nap, just like rest and actually fall asleep and like get that second wind, and then I would have showered and went. But of course, it didn't happen. I don't know. Again, still rambling. It's 23 minutes here. I'm going to stop here. I really want to hear from you guys. If you guys are watching this video, if you've gotten this far or you got anywhere, leave me some comments. Let's talk. I want to have a conversation. My Anchor app link is below in the description. Check me out there, because the interaction abilities on Anchor app are really amazing. You can call into the stations. I can air your call-ins. We can do we can actually like have an interview and air it. I mean, it's all audio, but it's fucking cool. Check out Anchor app. Find me on there. My podcast is called An Anxious Man, and it's kind of like Snapchat. You make these segments and they all stay up for 24 hours unless you turn them into a podcast. And once it's a podcast, it's up forever. And they share your podcast on iTunes, which is cool too. So you can see how many people are listening, and it's very interactive. It's amazing. Check me out there. Do it for yourself if you want another outlet to do podcasting. Check it out. But I'll talk to you guys again soon. Again, thank you. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Leave me some comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.